So how do you like my new hairstyle? Switch it up on y'all. Red hair, don't care. Ready? Okay. So me and Pony are hanging out. She just ran to the store to quickly get something. Oh, I feel like I'm sweaty. She ran to the store to get something, so she's coming out soon. And I have a story time for you guys today. So this is a story all about how my life almost got taken away. I'm gonna tell you when Pony gets back though. Okay guys, Pony's back. Story time!
My story or your story?
It's my story.
Oh, okay.
What? What are you talking about, Chanel? What the heck?
Oops.
Okay, hold the camera because it's gonna fall off for sure. So, as you guys can see in the title, I was almost taken. So I want to tell the story.
What?
I know, I didn't tell Pony the story, so I'm genuinely telling a story that I've never told before to her. Okay. So, oh my God. So years ago, when I was a child, I was about 5 or 6 years old, right? So we used to live in like a housing community or something like that, right? And it's kind of in the hood, you know, not a very nice area. But back then it wasn't that bad. It might be worse now, but back then it was just, you know, the hood. And, you know, kids could go outside and stuff like that. But it was a nice hood.
It was a friendly hood.
So I used to go outside by myself. Because it was acceptable. Didn't you go outside by yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, like back in the day,
by myself, guys.
no one was like doing too much kidnapping. You know what I mean? Like, that's lately. That's new. So like it was okay. You know what I mean? To go outside by yourself. And I used to go outside by myself. I used to go to the park. And the park wasn't necessarily close to my house, but in the community, we all knew each other. So all the black people knew my mom. They knew my older brothers. They knew my younger brothers. Like, the community was a very community like that. You know what I mean? So anyway.
It was a very community like that. Okay,
Chanel,
sorry.
shut up!
Okay, sorry, continue.
So, anyhow, one day, I go to the park, right? By myself. And it was like 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon.
What?
Evening. What do you mean?
I wasn't even allowed outside that long.
The sun was shining. It was summertime, right? You know how the sun goes out forever.
Yeah.
So I go to the park, and then there is a tire swing that I would swing on. So I took off my shoes. You know when you used to take your shoes off?
Yeah.
I took off my shoes and I climbed onto the tire swing, and I'm swinging. So all of a sudden, this dread-headed guy, right? He doesn't look too old. He's probably was like, you know, in his 20s or 30s, you know?
Yeah.
So he comes over and sits in the tire swing with me.
Jesus.
Yes, call his name, Chanel. So he sits in the tire swing with me, right? And he starts talking to me, okay? So he's like, you know, what's your name? You know.
No, I don't know. Hurry up.
He goes, what's your name? I'm just like, you know, my name's Rochelle. You know, he's like, so this is where it gets weird.
Oh my God.
He starts to ask me weird questions. He's like, so he starts to ask me weird questions, and he's like, so do you know what a vagina is?
What? No, shut up. Are you crazy?
So I felt like I was like, yo, I swear. And he's like, you know, so Jamaicans call it like pokey,
Yeah.
or pum pum or whatever. Yo, he was like, yeah, do you know what a pum pum is?
No, I can't believe this right now.
So for some reason, I don't know if it was because I was a child and he was an adult, but I felt like I wanted to run away, but I almost felt it was too rude. What? It was very rude if I ran away right now in the middle of this conversation.
Oh my God.
So I just sat on the swing. I was like, yeah, do you know where your pum pum is?
This is making me so worried.
Chanel, I'm like, yeah, you know. And he's like, you know what a penis is?
Was that a red flag yet? Pony?
No, I didn't know how to end this. I'm 6 years old.
No, you must have sense.
No, man. I don't know. I don't honestly know what was going through my mind when he's asking me these things. He was like, yeah. Like he was saying, yeah, they call it a penis or something like that. I'm like,
what a sick freak.
So I'm like, okay.
No, you need to hurry up with the story. What happened next?
No, why are you mad at me?
Because I'm getting so upset at the man.
That was a long time ago. That was me is gone.
Oh God.
So anyway, he's like, yeah, do you know what that is? I'm like, yeah, you know. So he's like, yeah. So he continues to tell me about what they do and how they work.
No, maybe he was not well.
He what?
Well, obviously he's not well.
Like, what are you trying to say? What? You're trying to like make up excuses?
Because I'm trying to think about why would you approach a child and say these things?
No, what do you mean? What is there to think about? He's a pedophile. She's trying to figure it out. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm just so scared right now. So how did you get away?
So I'm like, you know, yeah, you know, I do. I'm not even joking, guys. I swear I'm answering the questions as he's asking.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, yes. So then he's like, okay, so, you know, you can put them together in that kind of way, you know, da 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 da.
Jesus, Murphy.
And he's like, yeah. So then he's like, well, he actually told me, I want to do this with you. Chanel, stop acting surprised.
And then
he's like, yeah, I want to do this with you. I'm like, okay.
Oh my God. Wait. I'm sorry, I'm in shock, but did you say okay?
I did. I wasn't like, I know I didn't say no. I know, eh? But anyways, no. I know I wasn't like, I can't. My mommy said so. I was just like,
why aren't you going?
I want to make a U-turn. So, can you hold the camera properly?
Sorry, I'm so scared.
So he's like, yeah, I want to do this with you over there. And I'm like, okay. So he's like, I live right there, okay? So we're going to get off the tire swing and you're going to come with me to my house, okay?
Holy
Chanel,
crap.
I'm so scared. I don't know what to do.
No.
I don't know what to do.
Did you learn anything about this, Bones?
Chanel, just
what did you learn?
What does that matter? I'm a grown woman. No one can do that to me now.
But I don't understand why you were so dumb. I don't understand this.
Listen. So
because you're from the suburbs, that's why. It's because you're from the suburbs.
No, man. I was in the hood. I just told you. But it was a good hood. I told you.
Doesn't matter.
It's a nice hood. So anyway, I'm like, well, over there? I'm like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I don't, now? You want to go now? I promise you, I was trying to figure out what was really going on. I'm like, am I hearing everything correct?
You were in shock.
I'm in shock. I'm trying to understand. And I'm like, yo.
You didn't take it in that you were about to be taken.
Taken. Like, taken. So he's like, go get your shoes. Okay.
No. This is making my blood boil right now.
So I'm like,
so upset right now.
Go get your shoes, you know? He's like, go get your shoes. I'm like so scared now, okay? So then, just when I'm like, yo, I'm scared. I don't even know what's gonna happen to me. Someone comes from like behind me on the swing and starts cussing Jamaican backward. You, what's it, cloth and bumba this and bumba that. He's like, left the pitney them, which means leave the children alone, you pedophile. Like
they knew about him. That's why
they knew about him. I don't even know who came up from behind. Yo, and then the guy's like, mind your business, bro. Mind your business. This is nothing to do with you. This has nothing to do with you. I'm just talking to her. Leave me alone. Yo.
Oh my God.
I was like, the Lord?
You're so lucky because your little idiot ass would have got your shoes and went.
Honestly, Bones, I honestly can't tell you what I was going to do. I just jumped off the tire swing and I ran home, left my slippers. Oh, I need those slippers, bro.
This is why it's very important to go over these scenarios with your children. Like, you have to role play because they need to be prepared.
Role play.
You have to role play with your kids.
I'm gonna hire some white strangers to come and kidnap my kids.
Well, not that. That's pretty extreme.
Okay,
like, you
fine.
can tell them you're pretending. Like, you're practicing.
Fine. I was gonna say.
That is traumatizing.
I'm gonna honestly hire some people to pretend do that to my kids so that they can. I want to know what they would do. But yeah, that pony actually happened. I just ran home, and I think because I was so young, I didn't know enough to articulate it to my parents what just happened.
Yeah.
So I just never talked about it ever again.
So you didn't even tell your mom?
Yeah, I just ran home and I was like, "Dad, that was close."
Your dad would have went down to that park, and he'd be like, "Show me where he said he lived." Because I would have chopped. That's exactly what I was thinking. Me and that machete, we'd be coming for that ass. I swear to God.
Oh my God.
I would chop him up.
I just went home. I was just like. So now I'm telling my parents about this story time. They're like, "What? This happened to you?" It's like, "Yeah, Mom. I forgot to tell you."
Oh yeah, it just so happened.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. So I told them. Yeah, man.
Moral of the story is,
yo, prepare your children for these things.
Prepare your children because it happens.
I'm sure my parents told me don't go with anyone, right? But I feel like because my parents weren't so like Canadianized, and in Jamaica, I don't know if those things were happening like that so regularly, like kidnap. So I feel like they were still new to Canada and stuff like that. So they weren't like, remember, when a stranger comes up, say, "No, thank you."
Yeah.
Okay, let's practice together, guys.
Yeah.
Get away from me. Good job.
Yeah.
What do you do when someone comes? No one was doing those scenarios.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
can you turn the ice off or something?
No? Oh, it's fine. So that's my story time, and the moral of the story, I want you guys to double and triple check with your kids, like no to strangers, you know what I mean? And the idea is so far-fetched that it could happen.
Yeah.
It's such a far-fetched idea from your children that a stranger would take them and hurt them.
It's a crazy world out there, man.
Your children can't comprehend that. You know what I mean?
Practice, honestly, because once you're in shock, like you said,
I was
you
just like,
forget what to do, so you gotta practice, so at least maybe a little part of you will remember.
I was shaking.
That's scary.
I was shaking on the tire. But I just thought it would be too weird to run. Like, I
swear to God.
I just actually thought in my mind, like, running is a good idea, but how do I run?
I grew up downtown Toronto, so
how do I get out of here?
Those weirdos were all over the place. I was a Torontonian at like 2 years old. I'm walking straight, like, don't talk to me, dog. Like, good morning, don't talk to me, dog.
That was well equipped. Oh my God, do you know that someone tried to take my dad when he was like 4 and 5?
Oh, I was supposed to say when.
When?
Your dad. I think he should know
when he became a father, you fool. This girl thought I tried to say, like, they tried to take him when he was a grown-ass man. What are you saying,
like, what's your dad into? Like,
nah, man. No, what the heck? No one tried to take my dad's grown ass. Like, what? Oh, God. So, if you guys enjoyed that story time, give this video a thumbs up. I think you enjoyed it, so just thumbs it up. Don't even play yourself.
Don't play yourself.
So I'm gonna see you guys next time, and I hope you guys like my hair. Night is now upon us, so it's time to turn this camera off. Oh, Pony's getting married in exactly 2 weeks. Exactly. Yay! Like 14 days.
14 days from now.
It's June 2nd. All right. So I'm gonna start up a GoFundMe for her. So please send your gifts.
Shut up.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.